Just 3 weeks after he was sworn in, Florida's Secretary of State resigned today. Michael Ortel stepped down after the Tallahassee Democrat newspaper published photos of him in blackface, dressed up as a Hurricane Katrina victim at a Halloween party 14 years ago.
Alright, I want to give all praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well. And please, peace and blessings to the Akim who are pushing this truth all around the world. You see this damn devil right here, man. Golly, they got no limits, bro. You know, that's a no limit wigger, alright? Let's start off with Ecclesiastes 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. And you see this, man? Do you see this? Are you starting to understand how these so-called white people, these Edomites, right, the descendants of Esau, how they are never going to change? They never have changed, right? They just got really good at lying, being the damn devil, right, and deceiving. But at their core, right, they are still the same Edomite, man. You know, they got that the spirit of the Antichrist in them, right? That spirit of Esau when it comes to their brother Jacob, right? So never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. You know, I don't care how long they can go on a good person streak, you know, and fake everybody out, you know, deceive them into thinking that they're good people, right? Hey, that iron's gonna rust, just like this so-called white man Esau, Edom, right? His wickedness is eventually gonna show through, right? And yeah, that's an old photo, but still doesn't matter, man. It goes to prove that these scriptures are true, you know, and the prophets, you know, of today, you know, the men out there pushing the truth in the highways and byways, man, they're telling the truth. All right, Ecclesiasticus 12 and 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, right? And that's all these white people do, especially the older ones that remember when America was great. You want to know why it's great? Slavery, lynching, burnings. That's why it was great, all right? So 11, once again, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. Why? Because he's faking the funk, man. These people don't have a righteous bone in their body, man. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. You know, so that goes to show that the veil's being lifted here in the latter days, right? As we get closer to Jacob's trouble and the day of the Lord, right? It's like wiping a glass, you know, and you're starting to see clearly right through it as to who this guy and who these people are, right? So-called white people going back to Esau, right? Psalms 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, all right? And that's the politician's dead ass right there, you know? Just always going at just running their mouth, man, you know, moving their lips. You know, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. And that's really what's in their heart, you know? But Trump is a prime example of that, you know? His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So in office, this clown, you know, he's talking sweet, you know, he's talking politics, you know, he probably has a so-called black friend and a so-called Latino, you know, he got the token black friend and he got the token Latino friend, you know, and he probably thinks he's a good man, you know, coming from whatever institution, you know, educational institution he's coming from, you know, real proud. Look at him. And he's dressed as a woman, man. You know, men aren't supposed to be putting on things that women wear, man. That's a sin. This is transgression. And since when was it all right to scoff and mock at victims, right? Because did you hear that guy? He said he was making fun of a Katrina victim. What the hell is that, man? You're one wicked motherfucker, man. You know, pardon my French. Okay, Jeremiah 13 and 23 right here. King James Bible right here. Can the Ethiopian change his skin or a leopard his spots? All right, so can these animals, you know, and this individual change his skin or spots? No, absolutely not. You are who you are because the Most High made you that way, all right? And Esau, Edom, these so-called white people, he made them to be the wicked, right? They have the spirit of the Antichrist on them. They're the devil. the man of sin and the son of perdition, and they can't change that. They can lie, they can deceive and manipulate, slander, right? But hey, eventually, right, the veil's going to be lifted as it's being lifted now, and everyone's going to see right through that mess. Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. All right. Habakkuk 2:4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. So though this clown is nice and lifted up, puffed up with pride, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. His soul's not upright. He might be standing upright, but his soul's not. But the just shall live by his faith. And who's the just? The Israelites, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the descendants of Jacob. The just shall live by his faith. And what is our faith, man? Well, first and foremost, our faith is in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, the Heavenly Father, and His Son, and the words of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. But also our faith is in Esau Edom going down and being put in captivity. Having to face that sword, right? His judgment. Okay? 2 Peter 3:3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lust. And that's what he was doing, man. He was scoffing at Jake, right? Esau Edom thinks it's just funny. Everything that happens to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans is just a joke to these people. All right? They don't feel any type of empathy or sympathy towards you at all whatsoever, and if they do, 99.9% chance that's fake as all hell, man. Walking after their own lust, man. He's gonna do what he's gonna do, make it to office, have these extravagant vacations and stuff. He's gonna do what he's walking after his own lust while scoffing at Jacob, man, Israel. Genesis 27:41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing. So why is this clown doing this? You know what? This cracker's well off, man. He's in office, whatever. And why is he doing this? Why is his little Halloween party gotta include, victims of Hurricane Katrina? Israelite victims of Hurricane Katrina, right? I'll tell you why. And Esau hated Jacob, because this hate, right, not only is it in the core of who they are, but it goes back, man, to the predecessor Esau, right? And it's instilled in them as well. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father at hand, then will I slay my brother Jacob. And that's exactly what this man is scoffing at and mocking, right? Is the victims of Hurricane Katrina, man. And we know what's out there, man. There's info out there talking about this guy weaponizing weather, blowing up levees, you know what I'm saying? So that's exactly what he did. He went down there and, through one means or another, he went down there and he was killing Israelites, man, no matter how he did it. And a lot of these crackers took up boats and firearms, went down there and started so-called shooting at and killing so-called looters, and they probably were just trying to find some supply and some food to survive. But what the hell does Esau care, man? He's a murderer, right? And he took the chance to slay his brother Jacob down there, man, during Hurricane Katrina, and that's exactly what he did. And guess what? Man, it was such a good time for Esau. He was feeling so good about slaying his brother that when Halloween came around, man, he just had to scoff and mock, at Israelite victims, man, that got put to death down there. You know what I'm saying? Which is their judgment. But who the hell is this damn devil to scoff and mock at this? Look at this clown, man. This is who you have in office, man. Man, what a joke. All right, with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Death to America.